possible. And so when you look at, the owners of the company, again, these are very, very important people. These are people who have visions. Of when I say big, big visions of very big things for each and every last one of us guys, you can't help but be grateful for the opportunity. Okay. So when I look at Mr. Wences Navarro, Mr. J.C. Rangel, and Mr. Daniel Pacheco, and their wives and business partners as well, I have to take my hats off to them. I have to salute and have to say thank you because I know for a fact that I'm gonna get in here and tear this thing up and make millions of dollars for myself. But I also know there are a lot of people coming with me, and so thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. So when you look at the events, guys, we want to make sure one, we have the level up contest is coming to an end on the 15th. So everybody who has not leveled up to the builder pack, okay, where you can win, or at least get your name in that drawing so you can win some of those amazing prizes, make sure you do so. We want to make sure that you don't lose by default, okay? And so when you look at where we're at, going into the new year, you want to make sure that you're at the top of the game. Want to make sure that you got all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. And you want to make sure your team is exactly the same. And so tonight we're going to have a really solid training, and this training is going to make sure that each and every last one of you know exactly what to do uh, when it comes to getting a brand new person started. Okay, and so for those of you who are here tonight, you get a chance to hear an in-depth. When I say getting started fast and somewhat of a game planning session, you'll know exactly what to do, exactly why to do it, and everything in between. Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to share these slides here. All right. Let's see here. I'm quite sure you guys can see them. If you can see them, give me some ones in the chat. Okay. All right. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. So the name of this training, guys, is the 6 steps to 6 figures. Okay. It's the ultimate fast start game plan to build a 6 figure career or brokerage. Guys, and you can take this fast start slash game plan and you can use it for building a brokerage or building a sales force or just going out there and making sure you have your ducks on the row when you get started as a salesperson. Okay. But this is one of the things that when you look at the systems that we ran and how we made millions of dollars in two of the three arenas that we made millions of dollars in. Two of those platforms, one of those platforms was a network marketing platform, and another platform was an opportunity for me to build a sales force likened to a network marketing platform. So here in this high ticket sales arena, guys, it's definitely going to work for you as well. Okay, you just want to make sure that each and every last one of you are people who get started in the business, they watch this. Okay? If you can watch it with them, that's great. If you can't, that's great. Just make sure that when they watch it, make sure you go get back with them to make sure that they did the homework assignments that's attached to this. Okay. When a person is getting started in the business, remember there's 70% when we were back in network marketing, 70% of the people, the last thing that they did after they got started was just that, got started and they clocked out. Okay. And the other 30%, you got to look at why they stayed and how long they stayed. Okay. I can just tell you right now, confused people do absolutely nothing and they will check out on you if you don't get them started right and get them in a position moving right away. So, with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start this process here, and take some copious notes. Like I said, it's on Facebook as well as Zoom, so you guys will get a chance to go back and watch it 24 hours on demand. If you're one of those type of people like me, you want to just watch it first and go back, that's fine too. But either way, you want to make sure you master this. You want to make sure that you break this thing down, treat it like a college course. And when you do so, when your team sees that you are very, very on purpose with this, and when your prospects see that people who are just getting started with you see that you are on purpose with this as well, they'll take you serious as a leader. Okay. So, first things first, we want to make sure that we look at the course content real easy, real simple. Your group vision, your why and goals, complete certifications, build a list of contacts, watch the 7-minute video, watch the 5-step success, become a product of your products, plug into the proven system, register for the next event, and I'm gonna give you guys some bonus things to do after the fact. Okay. So when it comes to your vision, guys, you have three different visions. You have your vision, you have your group's vision as a leader, and you have the company's vision. Okay. I know for a certain that Mr. Navarro, right now, we're talking about the corporate vision. He's working on that right now as we speak. He's putting some things together, and he has a couple of different things that he needs to put in place before that finalizes. So that's coming. And remember, the company's vision is always the biggest vision. Okay. Your group's vision, as you can see, this is my group's vision. Okay. And you can have another vision of your own, but for me, helping 10,000 families create $5,000 a month of residual income over the next 5 years. Okay. That's the vision for me for the next 5 years for my group. Right. And so when you have a big vision, okay, your group will buy into the vision of the group or the vision of the company. But when you look at your own personal vision, it's okay to tell everybody what your goals are, but it's not okay to tell everybody to help you hit your goals. Okay? That's not their job. Even if you can count on them, it's not fair for you to count on them. Okay. So what you do is you just make sure that your vision for your group is big enough to encompass your goals and everybody else's goals, and then you make sure that you follow that. Go with the group vision. Okay. Now that's one. Now, when you look at the first step, right? What's your why? Okay? Identify and define your non-negotiable why. Okay. If you're on your deathbed today, would you be happy that you got the one thing in life that you wanted to get done as it pertains to something that you can attain by finances? Would you be happy, that you got that done, or would you be resentful? Okay. And that's the thing. What is that one thing that you have to get done? That ultimate goal, not just a checkpoint goal, but that ultimate goal that you want to get done here, have to get done here, and it's got to get done in this company. Okay. It's got to get done based on what you build from this company. Because make no bones about it, guys, this is not the only financial opportunity out there. There are a lot of different ways that you can make money. There always have been and there always will be. But when you tie your goals to this platform, it'll make sure that you put certain disciplines in place to make sure you hit it. Okay. So you want to go ahead and set no less than 6 short-term and 6 long-term financial goals and lifestyle goals, not just for you, but for your family and your success team. Okay. And you want to make sure you put dates on those goals. Okay. So if a person's getting started with me, I'll give you an example. I want to make sure that they hit Builder 500 in 30 days. Okay. And if they don't, I want to make sure they create so much momentum, okay, from not hitting it, but getting just that close to it, that they'll dominate going forward. They'll have that momentum that they need going forward. Okay. I want to make sure, that a person has goals that are tied to themselves, because when you have goals that are tied to yourself, you will work hard for yourself, really, really hard for yourself. When you have goals for your family members, right? What you'll do is you'll work hard for them, even though you won't work as hard for them as you will yourself. But when you let them know what you're going to do for them, when you let them know what you're going to achieve, for them giving you the ability to work this business and to be okay with your absence from time to time, when you make yourself accountable for that goal that you set for them and they know that, it makes you harder. It makes it harder for you to quit on them. Okay. It's okay for you to quit. People quit everything. They quit paying their bills. They drop out of high school. They quit jobs. They quit relationships. Again, but when you put a person in a position where you make a promise to them, hey, that's something that you normally won't quit on. Okay, so make sure you do that. Make sure you have goals for your team. Like I said, you saw a team vision. Hey, but there are certain individuals who are extremely loyal, people who are in the trenches with you, people who they bought the vision, with you, and you want to make sure that you have goals for them. Okay, you want to be selfish and make sure that they have their goals, but you also have your goals for them. When a person's getting started with me, guys, I want to give them simple goals. These are goals that the company already had in place when it comes to getting for and paying no more. Guys, you want to do that for a couple of different reasons. One, you want to make sure that they get there for one, so they can run a business for free, right? There's nothing like being able to open up a business for $200 and then not having any overhead, but still have the full support of the system. That's smart. That's smart money. Okay. The other thing is this: when you teach that down in depth to your people, right? You're helping them, one, run a business for free, but two, you're also helping them, each and every last one of them, create a solid foundation for sustainable, scalable residual income. Okay. Not just the rank advancement, but I'm talking about long-term wealth creation. Okay. Three utility bills in 30 days. Guys, you want to make sure that you get into the trainings and learn those scripts and all those other things that we're going to talk about so that you can get your three utility bills in 30 days. Okay. What you do, you can teach. Okay. And I'm just telling you right now, imagine being a person in the company and it takes you 6 months to get your first three bills. How long you think it's going to take everybody who you bring in to get theirs? 6 months per person. Okay. Because you've already set the bar. You already set the expectation for them. So when you do it in three, whether any of those threes pan out or not, you can say with a sense of authority that you got your three bills. Okay. You want to lead by example, right? Three alkaline hydration system sales. Okay. Whatever, regardless of where you're at. If you're not in California, you can't sell a full house. Okay. But you can sell a Alka 75 or something above counter. You can sell something. Sell three of it. Okay. Everybody needs water. Okay. If all those states that we don't have solar in, guys, all of them still drink water. Build a 530 days, just talked about that. But also go dream building, guys. Remember, this is a very good time for you to start riding around with your team members or with your family members. If you're in a place where you're with your group, sometimes go out to the docks and go and look at some boats. Go to car lots, exotic car lots. Go to where they're building homes and walk through some homes that haven't been moved in with yet, or go and walk through some showroom homes. Right? Go to some really nice malls and look at some stuff that it's not about being materialistic. It's just about you going and seeing things that you may like. Okay? Things that will make you work a little bit harder and be a little bit more dedicated. Keep you focused on the prize. There you go. Number two, get certified as soon as possible. Okay. Complete our Encore Solar and our Rain H2O certifications ASAP. I know some of you guys are saying we don't have a H2O, Rain H2O certification. You don't have one yet. Right now, they're working on it, they're putting it together. And even before they get that done, you can still go watch all the videos and look at everything that Ms. Bean and Mr. Ovi has put out for you guys to watch. Okay. And so make sure you get those certifications though, because when you look at the Encore Solar certification, guys, it's going to give you a really good, quick crash course on some of the things that you need to know about solar. It was pretty fun. It was very, very easy to get through with it. And once I finished it, I was mad at myself because I didn't get it done sooner. Okay. And so make sure a person gets that done right away. It's probably one of the first things they should do right out the gate. Okay. But the certifications are in your back office, guys. Watch the videos and answer the questions. Notify your senior partner upon completion. And then you want to make sure you go ahead and watch the 7-minute video that was done by the VP of Sales, Mr. JC Rangel. Okay, he's going to give you some more advice, some more tips, on what to do in a 7-minute video. Okay, so everybody should watch that, and it'll be a good introduction to him as well. Number three, so this is where you want to build a list of contacts. This is where you want to figure out exactly how much capital you want to be able to deal with. And so when you look at, Jim Rohn, the late great Jim Rohn, one of my favorite personal development speakers and trainers and mentors, third-party mentors, he has videos that are out there. One, he talks about um, you personally don't have to have money to start a business. Okay, not in these type of environments. You just have to have a list of resources and a commitment to go out there and contact everybody and get better after each contact. You can go out there and create as much money as you want with the list. People who have a lot of money in the bank and a list, a lot of those guys don't become as successful as people who have a little to no money in the bank in a big list. I got out of foreclosure, repossession, and bankruptcy with no money, just a big list and a great work ethic. Okay. So when you build a list, you want to decide, if you're promoting our high ticket services or if you're promoting building a brokerage or both. Okay. You want to create a list of 50 to 100 career candidates. Okay. People who don't want to know anything about building, recruiting, and if they recruit somebody, it's going to be on accident. And they'll go in and sell somebody a water system, or they'll go and sell somebody a solar system, or they'll go sell somebody a ripple system. And that person's going to ask them, hey, um, is this some money attached to this? And of course it is. And they'll sign that person up that way. That's not going to be their focus. Okay. But these are career candidates. These are consultants, and all they want to do is work when they want to work. It's fine. 50 to 100 broker candidates. These are people who want to build a sales force. These are the people who want to build a subscription based business. These are the people who understand big money and overrides. Okay. And so build a list of 50 to 100 broker candidates. And I'm gonna just tell you that list right there, guys. Um, you'll put yourself in a position where that's kind of like your chicken list. These are people who you look up to. These are people who you respect. These are people who are already where you want to be in life, or they have access to those people and they think, forward thinking as you do. Okay. 50 to 100 homeowners. Okay. Guys, 50 to 100 homeowners is not a hard list to put together, right? Most of you guys, if you look at your families alone, probably 40 to 60% of the adults in your family have a home. Okay. And when you look at your network, go to your church, wherever it is that you do business at, where you work at, 40 to 60% of those people have a home. Okay. Make a list of 50 to 100 homeowners right away. And then 50 to 100 real estate industry professionals, people who have a home service business, they're home service business owners. Make a list of 50 to 100 of those people. If you are a homeowner yourself, guess what? You actually have a list of at least 10 to 20 people who have serviced your home, right? And so you have a warm market list of your landscaper, right? Your roofer, your electrician, your plumber, the people who your handyman is, guys. You already have a list of people who've already come to you for business. Now it's time for you to take your business to them. Okay. And so make sure you actually make this list. Keep in mind that these are initial lists. These lists will grow. I'm just talking about 50 to 100 for starters. Those of you who really get it, you're going to have 50 to 100 in each and every last one of those categories. Okay. Then you look at the six checkers. This is where you now categorize your list. This is where, you're going to now start to call your people based on how they check out, right? So the first check is wealthy people. And before some of you guys start to judge me, I'm just telling you, wealthy people understand value in things like solar. They understand value in things like water filtration. They understand value in protecting the things and the ones that they love with our ADT Brinks and Ripple systems. But rich people also understand, the value of financial education. So our Smart Money Club is going to be something that they can just add to, the things that make them more money. So wealthy people, you want to make a list of wealth and we'll make sure they get a check. If they're a wealthy person, right, they get a check on that list. If they're not, they're 9 to 5, or they don't get a check. It's okay. We have a check for them, right? People who have the financial wherewithal to get started, if they can come out of their pocket with 150, 200 bucks, guys, they get a check. And that's all they need. Like I said, if they can come up with 200 bucks, period, right? They get a check. And keep in mind, here in the United States of America, guys, this should be, if you don't have $200 or they don't have $200, this should be the last time that they say that as a man or a woman. Okay. This is the thing that they need, and they need this more than anybody. But keep in mind that if they don't have it, they don't get a check. If they do, they get the check. Number three, they own a home themselves, right? And homeowners know more homeowners. Okay. But those homeowners, um, have a need for at least four things that we offer. Okay? They do need solar. They do need water, clean water. They do need security. And guess what? They do need better financial education so they can go out there and do bigger and better things. Right. So we have something for them all. Number four, they get a check if they have influence. They don't have influence, it's fine. And I don't want you to confuse popularity with influence. A lot of you guys are popular. A lot of you guys get a lot of likes on your videos and a lot of likes on your Facebook posts. But the moment you tell somebody about business, they scramble. Okay, they disperse like a crowd with riot gas, right? And it's because you're popular. Okay, you're the life of the party, but you're not the person that people will bet on or invest in. Okay. So know the difference. If a person that you're looking at, if they're popular, they don't get a check. If they're influential, they get a check. Okay. If they are a go-getter, self-starter, right? They get a check. If a person is like saying, like, I got a phone call from a jump. As a matter of fact, you heard him announce his name earlier today. Okay. And he called me, based on what he saw on Instagram and set an appointment on my Calendly. We got on the phone, and before I could finish anything, he said, I'm just ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to get in, get started, rip it up. That's a go-getter. That's a self-starter. Okay. And so you guys are going to be hearing about him real soon. But if that person's a go-getter, you don't have to remind them, you don't have to wake them up, you don't have to send them a text message every time we get ready to do something. Guys, that's a go-getter. If they're not a go-getter, they're not self-starters, they don't get a check. Okay? They have no ego. Guys, if they're coachable, teachable, trainable, they get a check. Okay. If they want to do their own thing, they have an ego and they want to bump their head against the wall a couple of times, it's fine. It's fine. Just know this. Normally it takes somewhere around about 60 to 90 days for a head bumper to wise up. And let them bump their heads until it starts to hurt bad enough. And then they'll come back and say, you know what? It's time for me to listen to you. But don't give them a check if they have an ego. Don't give them a check if they're not coachable, teachable, and trainable. Don't give them a check if they are not going to follow the systems. Okay. But what you do is you call all the ones with the sixes first. Then you call all the ones with the fives. I'm gonna tell you, by the time you get to the fours, you may not be able to call all the fours because the sixes and the fives are high quality people, and they'll probably keep you so busy that you'll have to force yourself down through the fours, and and maybe one day you'll get to the threes and the twos. Okay, so this is what you want to do. When you look at after you get that list, you want to go ahead and book 4 showcases. And showcases, guys, are where you expose the business and services to your prospects. Okay. The bigger your goals are, the more of these you will book, right? And it can be showcases just to show a person how the water works. I know Mr. Ovi is one of the greatest. He's been doing it the longest and the strongest when it comes to doing home showcases for water, right? I know JC Rangel, right? And we have some other solar pros in here as well. Aegis Alaka, people, Hans, and people who have been doing showcases forever, right? Again, you want to do as many showcases as possible, whether it is for sales or whether it is to build a business. Okay. And when you look at how to prepare a person for that, again, make sure you get them to the scripts that are in the 5 steps to success that was done by JC Rangel. It has some scripts in there. But we also have other trainings that have been done that have scripts in there as well. And you want to find a script that's kind of close to that person's personality, as well as the script that will work on that person's customer base or prospect base. See, every script won't work for everybody, and that individual kind of knows what the background is. You can kind of tell what type of script will be needed for that individual's background. Okay. And so you'll know what trigger words to use, what trigger words to stay away from. Okay. And so, but make sure that you get those scripts, make sure you book a calling party, and you can do that calling party in person or you can do that calling party online. Okay. But make sure you do that calling party. Where there's numbers, there's strength. Where there's numbers, there's confidence. Where there's numbers, there's correction. Because a person, after you make your first 5 phone calls, what you want to do is if you're doing it alone, you want to stop, call your leader back or your senior partner back and let them know what type of feedback you got from those individuals. Okay. They'll ask you what you were saying. They'll make any adjustments and corrections. Okay. And then they'll put you back on the phone to make the next 5 phone calls, and then they'll do it again. The one thing that we don't want you to do is you have a list of 200 or 300 phone numbers and people to contact, and you call all 200 or 300 people without correction. And I'm gonna tell you, this is why you'll call 200 people without getting any advice or counseling. You'll call all the people on your list, thinking that you have yeses or positive answers. Okay. When a person says, I'll think about it, or I'll get around to it, I'll see if I can, I'll try, maybe, you consider all of those as yeses. Okay. Well, people who are professionals and experts, they understand those are no's. They understand that that person doesn't know how to tell you no, or doesn't have the heart to tell you no. So they're basically, they're nice guying you, or they're nice galling you, right? They're putting you off. So demand a yes or demand a no. But tell me quick, I gotta go. Right? When you have a big list, remember, you have 200, 300 people on your list. You don't care if a person tells you no. Because right now, what you know is in a week or two, this thing is going to be humming. And in a month or two, that person will be calling you saying, hey, I'm ready to talk business. Okay? You just want to figure out where they're at now. Check their posts and get them in a seat. Get them on a Zoom spot. Okay, but make sure that you're booking for showcases. If you're a leader and you find that you have someone that's launchable, because everybody's not launchable. Okay, you find somebody who has a lot of influence. These are people who are 4 to 6 checkers, and 4 of the major checkers, and they are willing to put some people on a call. They're willing to put 15 people, 20 people, 50 people on the call. There are people on the call. When I first got started, JC Rangel did a call for me, and the call he did for me was with Kevin. Kevin's on this call. Kevin had 75 people on that call. I did a launch call for Sabrina and Eddie about 3 weeks ago. They had 68 people on that call. Then they did a call the week after, had 40, right? And so when they are launching, guys, and they're launchable, these people have influence. You want to make sure you launch them. Okay. What you want to do also is ask them, hey, what's the least busiest the least busiest days of the week for you? Okay. When they say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, look at your calendar. And you may only have Tuesday available. So, okay, well, great. This is going to be your launch date. We're going to launch on Tuesday, and you and your team are going to get the next 4 Tuesdays. But understand this, the moment those numbers drop, I'm going to remove myself from that. So make sure that you and your team members continue to pack that call out for the next 4 weeks. And based on the productivity and the results, I may extend you an additional 4 weeks as well. Okay. And so, again, anytime you find a pocket of business or access point that's going to deliver, that's where you want to stay there and make your hay. That's where you want to stay there and focus, because where you focus at will grow, it will expand, it will take a life of its own, and one day it won't need you. Okay. Now, step number 4. Okay. Step number 4 is become a product of your products. Right. You want to become a walking, living, breathing billboard that shows your prospects and audience that you believe in what you offer or promote. Guys, most of the time when you go to these luxury car dealerships, right, or when you go to these dream homes that you're looking at and that you want to buy one day, guys, very rarely do you have a salesperson that drives those cars. Very rarely. Small minute percentage of them do. Very rarely do you have a home salesperson that lives in that actual neighborhood and in the home, even with the builder that they're actually selling for. Okay? It's just a job for them. Okay? And so it doesn't matter how great they are at sales, a person who sells yachts and boats, it doesn't matter how great they are at sales. No one sells a product like a person who has that product. Right. So when it comes to myself, guys, my wife and I, we both are products of the product. We have solar by Freedom Forever. We didn't have solar before this company. We have solar now. Okay? I'm not going to be a hypocrite. We have the Alka 75, the under the counter water filtration system. Okay. And I love that's the water that's in my coffee. I have alkaline hydration water in my coffee. Right. My wife, she washes her vegetables, she washes her rice, she washes everything in that water. My sons, they are so happy that they don't have to go to the garage and bring in a 5 gallon drum anymore because they have the 3 gallon drum that sits on top of the water machine. They just from the machine to the sink and back, right? But we have those products. Guess what? Ripple is coming to my house, right? As soon as they release it, I will be the first to get it, right? Because I want to make sure that when I promote something, especially if I believe in it and I'm telling people I believe in it, I'm going to make sure I show them. Okay. It is nothing like saying I have it too. Okay. So make sure you test drive your rewards, benefits, guys. Use the services in the Smart Money Club as well, and document, photograph, and video everything. Kyrie, out of New York, he and his daughter was walking down the street. She messed up her T-shirt. They stopped in the Gap because he saw that the Gap was in the rewards club. Bought her a T-shirt at a discount, right? Idris Alaka got his mother a hotel room at a discount in New York, right? Sabrina and Eddie, they buy movie tickets and activity tickets on that same site on a regular basis. Guys, you have people who are using, Del Boudreaux is using the credit repair program and some other things in the smart money program. Okay. Be a product of the product. Okay. I've used a vacation a part of it. Okay. Make sure you're able to tell people what we have our hands on. Remember, the subscription based model depends on you telling people how amazing our actual rewards benefits are, but you can't do that with any level of integrity if you don't use it. That's got to be a story that you come up with right away. And I challenge each and every last one of you guys. It's Christmas time. You want to go shopping? Shop from your site, right? But if you want to make sure that your Christmas is different next year as it is this year, go out there and create some testimonials and start telling everybody about it. Okay, guys, if you really pay attention to what you have your hands on, guys, the savings that you get in the rewards and the a smart money club, guys, they pay for your business. Matter of fact, they save you so much money that you can actually use some of that money for marketing dollars. So again, test drive your rewards benefits and use the services in the Smart Money Club. Number two, upgrade your home with the services like I talked about: solar, water filtration system, security system, ADT and Brinks if you want that right away. Ripple is coming, but it would normally be the one that you actually prefer to market. Right. So if you want to be, if you're a solar guy, you'll probably get solar before you get everything else. If you're a health and wellness freak or guru, you'll probably get the water. Right. If you're a family man or family woman with a lot of kids and a lot of valuables, you'll probably get the security system, and that's probably what you're selling. Okay, but again, upgrade your home right away. Okay, level up to the builder. We talked about that earlier. You want to make sure that you represent the package that maximizes the ability for a person to earn. The builder pack is not for you. You're benefiting from the builder pack. You get a chance to use 100% of everything that comes with that pack, but it's not for you. That pack you bought for $200 and $99 a month, right? That pack is a example that you're setting for the people who are coming after you. Guys, everybody will tell you when a person asks you what level you got started at, that's the very first question they ask you when they're about to enroll. And I'm always going to set the best example. I got the builder package. Guys, I'm looking to make a seven-figure monthly income in 2 years. So why wouldn't I make a three-figure investment initially right now? Guys, don't trip over dollars don't trip over dollars picking up pennies, nickels, and dimes. Right? Don't run a broke business. Make sure you set the right example for the people who are coming in, and make sure you show them the value of what's in it by using it. Okay. Step number five, plug into our proven system. Okay. You can scale your income by scaling your mindset and your skill set. Okay. There are a lot of companies out there that can't scale, and they really can. They just don't know how. And a lot of them think, oh, I could scale if I had better leads or more leads. I could scale if I had, a better system. I could scale if I had better employees or a better team. No, guys, you scale by scaling your mindset, and you scale by scaling your skill set, right? When you look at what we have here, like tonight, this is a millionaire mentorship call, right? Leadership development. You see that right there. Number one on the chart, millionaire mentorship training, leadership boot camps, right? Things that you'll be going to in the future as you qualify for, those camps at Builder 2000 and above, right? Learn from the Encore and Rain H2O mentors. That's mentorship. Go get deals so you can learn, from the mentors, right? So, Zooms on and on-demand Facebook events. When I say on-demand Facebook events, you see it live right now. But for those who miss it, I have people who are at work right now. They can't watch it live. So guess what they do? They come back and they watch it tomorrow. Okay, so it's 24 hours on demand. It's always there. Zoom's alive, but Solar Monday trainings, right? Presentations through the week on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, door knocking trainings. Okay, commercial solar trainings, general sales training, Rain H2O trainings. Those are all on Zoom and on Facebook, guys, in the Facebook group. So join the Facebook group. Okay. Why wouldn't you be where the money is at? The money is the money is the information. Okay. That's how you upgrade your skill set by learning something and applying it. That's also how you upgrade your mindset by listening to personal development and then again applying it. 8 point system. Track your daily activities and reflect on it. Okay. So when you look at that 8 point system, there's a video that JC Rangel did, right? And it talks about the 8 point system in depth, but it makes sure that you're accountable to yourself, if no one else, based on what type of activity you do every day, and you give yourself points. But this is what I don't want you to do. Don't sit in the house and do personal development all day long, right? And get 8 points on personal development. And go out there and do some income producing activities and make sure that the bulk of your points are coming from income producing activities, presentations, okay? Phone call, prospecting phone calls, follow-up calls, right? Those type of things. 3 ways for your team, right? Anything and everything that you can do for you or your team to create revenue and income, right? You want to make sure you prioritize those things. Everything else is extra. Okay? Everything else counts, but everything else is extra. The personal development points, guys, it's great to be personally developed. It's always great to be positive. But in this company, you want to make sure you get in and put the people in, and the personal development will help you lead them once they get in. Personal development won't help you recruit them. Development will help you lead them once they get started. Okay. So focus on income producing activity, accumulate no less than 8 points a day. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're really building this thing, you have big goals and dreams, you'll probably have anywhere from 16 to 24 points a day, easy, no problem. Okay. All right. Lead generation, master the scripts. Some of you guys are gonna use social media. Some of you guys are gonna go through the role playing sessions, purchase and purchase. Some of you guys are gonna purchase leads. Some of you guys are gonna have the mentor leads, the organic leads that come from the field because you're a mentor, affiliate partners as well. You'll have leads coming from those, but you want to make sure you plug into the system so you can maximize everything that we have our hands on. Right. And number 6, you want to make sure you get registered for the next event. And we have our company convention that's coming up. And guys, we're buttoning everything down. We're finding the locations and everything that we need for that. But make sure that you get yours, because those prices of those tickets are going to go up, guaranteed. Okay, and so that's important. Getting started is one thing, guys. Making a decision is another. When you actually put your name on the dotted line, you just said I joined. And guys, guess what? People join Costco, right? They do. People join the organization. They join the gym. Like, give an example. At the beginning of the year, they're going to have gym membership sales, and everybody is going to buy a gym membership. The first of the year, you go to the gym, you won't be able to park anywhere close to the gym. January the 7th, you'll be able to park next to handicap. Okay. But that's neither here or there. Don't be a joiner. Okay. You're here, you're in the business. Now make the commitment to go ahead and take your business to the next level. Because when you take yourself to those events, guys, guess what? That's where you actually make the big decision. And that's the decision to build it big. Guys, and when you go to an event, you want to take a team, because when you go to an event, you're going to learn a lot. Okay. But when you take a team, you're going to earn a lot. Okay. So make sure you book that and you book that right away. All right. So let me stop sharing this. And as I wrap up, I'm gonna give you guys a couple other things you want to do, after that game plan set, after that fast start training is over with. You want to make sure that you ask the person a couple questions. That way, you can make sure you're servicing that individual, because remember, the fortune is in the follow up, but your future is in the follow through. Okay. And when I get a person started, I'm not just, happy, excited I got somebody started. I don't get excited about a person until that individual has made some money, and until that person has actually made it to an event. Okay. So we've had people where they got started, made some money, right? And they got to California twice, some of them twice, some of them once, right? They've been to one or two events, the launch event, and then our mentor factory, which is another part of the system, right? So that person's made some money. You got them for 90 days. Once you get a person to the event, after they made some money, you got them for another 6 months. Okay. So if a person's not talking about going to the event, guys, what you want to do is, if they have big goals, you want to make sure that you leverage that event and their goals. Hey, do you think that missing this event is going to get you to your goals or get you further away from your goals? Hmm, further away. Okay. All right. So what day are you getting to the event? Okay. So put a person on the spot, because this is not about you, it's about them. You don't get paid for getting them to the event. You get paid for what happens and what they do after they get out of the event. Okay. And so while you're there and they are there with you, you got somebody on your front line or down in depth that you can work with, leaving that event with the vision on fire. Okay. So make sure that they're there. Also, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you do a lifeline. Since this person's already in business, make sure that they do a lifeline with one or two of their senior partners. When I say their senior partners, that's your sponsor and maybe even your sponsor's sponsor. Okay. You want them to know that they're in the business, but not alone. Okay. That they're well represented, and they're going to have that support. Also, you want to make sure that um, they understand that, things are going to happen. Don't fluff a person up and tell them this is going to be a perfect world and you're going to go build an 8,000 in 30 days and give them the pie in the sky. Don't lie to people. Okay. The truth is good enough. And let them know there can be some things that happen. Matter of fact, you might get a no or two or three. And one of those no's might be big enough to shake your belief. And when you shake your belief, you're going to go in the witness protection program. And that's fine. I won't know where yet, but at least give me the ability to make a phone call to you, and you pick up. Would you agree to pick up that phone if you ever feel like you're in a place where your belief is shaken? Would you ever, would you allow me a conversation? Make sure they give you that approval. Can I call you when I know something's wrong, right? That person needs a conversation. That person needs support. And that person needs to know that you're there. Okay. But also, you want to make sure that you go over their goals. So they got their goals, they got their dreams. You want to make sure you go over their goals and their dreams. You know why? Because their goals and their dreams are your goals and your dreams. Okay. So when it comes to your people, what's important to you, or to them rather, becomes important to you. Remember, I always say this: uh, you, as long as you're always putting everybody else's families first, your family will never ever be last. Okay? Ever. Your family will never ever be left wanting. So make sure you know what a person's goals are also. So when you call them, when they go into the witness protection program, and you're about to put their face on a milk carton, right? When you call them, you better have their goals in front of you. Okay. When you have those goals in front of them, you get a chance to remind them of what they're working for. Right. You get a chance to let them know, hey, look, nothing that happened to you is big enough for you to give up on retiring your wife. Nothing that happened to you is big enough, for you to give up on sending your kids to college fully funded. Nothing is that important. That note that they gave you, that is not as important for you firing your boss or living the life that you were born to live as a king or a queen, right? And so that's important. That's why you need to know their goals. And it's not for manipulation, it's for support. Because when I see a person, guys, who has big goals and they're giving me, a little activity, and they have that calendar, I see that calendar, I see the 90-day planner, and there's nothing on it. I ask them, hey, look, you say you want to make a six-figure annual income. Um, were you serious about that, or were you just joking? No, I was serious. I said, okay, well, I don't see six-figure a year, activity here on your calendar. Should we change, the amount of your goal down to meet the level of your activity, or should we increase the level of your activity to meet the goals that you put on this paper? Oh, real man or real woman gonna say, no, we're gonna increase this activity. I got you. Okay. And you hold them to that. Right. And so you want to make sure, guys, that when you are, again, work with somebody, just know this: if you get them started right, they have the ability to finish right. You get a person started fast. That's why another question you want to ask them: do you want to build it fast, or do you want to build it slow? Most people will tell you, I want to build it fast. You will have a few people who are extremely true to themselves and they say, you know what, I want to take it easy out the gate. I want to kind of get a feel for it. And that's fine too. And that's not where your time is warranted. Okay. The system will take care of those individuals. Those are going to be incubators. You just want to check in on them to make sure they're all right and that they have instructions to follow. But if a person says, I want to build it fast, guys, that person just gave you, full autonomy over your business. That person just gave you the permission to tell them how to build it. They don't know how to build it fast. You do. Okay. And so now this is where you go into launch mode, okay, or micro launch mode, or let's get started fast so I can find somebody in your group that I can launch with mode, right? If they want to build it fast, you're the leader, okay? So with that being said, guys, I want to make sure that, again, each and every last one of you, know that this slide deck is going to be available to you guys in the back office. The video should be available to you guys in the back office as well. And I want to make sure you guys are using this and making sure your people are using it. And then inspect what you expect. If you give this to someone as an assignment, right, and they don't watch it, that person is telling you that they're not ready for your time right now. Okay. There are certain things that I have, guys, that if I see a sign, it lets me know that certain individuals are not ready to work with me at this moment. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person, just mean that they're not a ready person. Okay. And my love for my team, guys, it's unconditional. I love my entire team unconditionally. But my time is a conditional value because that's the one thing that I have that once it's gone, I can't get back. And my time is allocated for people who are serious about hitting goals and dreams. Okay. And so do not allow people to waste your time because if you do, that's going to be on you, not on them. You have to teach people how to treat you and make people deserve the moments that they invest with, that you invest in them and that they spend with you. Okay. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna end this thing here. But I'm excited that you guys have this 6 steps to six figures fast start training, and I really do want to hear some feedback. I want you guys to come back and really let us know what your team members, or getting what type of feedback they're getting when they hear this, when they use this, right? And make sure also, guys, that if you have people who are upgrading, they're leveling up, make sure you put that in the corporate WhatsApp chat because we want to know what's happening out there in the field. We want to make sure you guys are on the track to win as a company, not as an individual. Okay, it's got to be a win-win-win situation where the customer wins, the actual broker and consultant wins, and the company wins. If it's not, a win-win-win situation out and somebody's losing, at some point in time, that's going to damage the company and the opportunity goes away. So this is one way that we know for a fact that the people who are coming into the company, they're coming into the company equipped and ready to rock and roll. So love you guys. See you guys at the top. See you guys at the bank and see you guys on the beaches because I know you guys are going to use your memberships to get resort discounts at those beaches. Bye bye for now.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Bean.
And thank you, Superstar. Appreciate you. Thanks for hosting.
Of course, anytime.
Recording stop.